Hi everyone, Dragon Critic aka Leo O'Brien. Today we are about to start my 19th birthday Q&A. Yes, I am now 19 years old. Time flies and next year I'm going to be 20. Yeah, it's hard to believe. So we're about to begin the birthday Q&A. And yeah, we got a good few questions. So let's begin. Juna RJ asks, all right, he actually made a quote to Dungeon. He made a reference to Dungeons and Dragons, which is actually the funniest scene in the entire movie. So genius on that. I have to say that was genius. Do you have a list of films you look forward to for the rest of the year? Yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, I'm hoping that's good. The review for that might be coming sooner than you think. Might. There's Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, can't wait to see that. Quite curious about Ruby Gillman, Teenage Kraken. I'm hoping for that to be good. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem, I think that's going to be really good. What else is there? From the top of my head, that's all I can name. It's pretty much stuff until the end of the summer. So yeah, I have to say I've been enjoying. I haven't seen a single bad movie this year so far, which is very impressive. So yeah, hopefully there isn't that many bad films this year. So yeah, I'm intrigued to see what comes out for the rest of the year. Anyway, question two: how do you plan to celebrate your birthday this year? Well, I actually decided to binge watch the How to Train Your Dragon trilogy. I watched the first one this morning. I'm going to watch the second and third one later on. So, looking forward to doing that. Are you familiar with Five Nights at Freddy's? Yes, I am. I've never played it, but I am familiar with it and I am aware of its popularity. As for the movie, I don't know. I don't really do horror movies, but I don't know. I'm just gonna have to say I don't know about that. Any chance of trying IMAX in upcoming film reviews and vlogs? I'm hoping. I'm hoping. I know the Cineworld Cinema in Dublin. That's the only cinema I think in Ireland that has IMAX. They have 4DX. That's meant to be the big thing. That's what the chairs are meant to move. It's very expensive though. It's €20 for a ticket. But I hope it's worth it. I would love to do it. Maybe for Across the Spider Verse, maybe. I might try see if I can go see that in IMAX. Between Barbie and Oppenheimer, I'm very sorry if I said the name of that movie wrong. Which do you look forward to the most? I'm not really interested in either, to be honest. I mean, not that I think they'll be bad. I'm not really interested in either. I know there's a lot of hype around the Barbie movie for some reason. But I don't know actually. It's a good question. I don't know. I don't even know if I'll even see either of the movies, but we'll see what happens. If you commute or work with your celebrity crush, who would it be? I don't really have one, so I don't really know how to answer that question. Alright, so between acting, filmmaking, and animating, which would you consider on doing later in the future? Well, as you all know, I have been accepted into college for September. I think it's September anyway. Um, and I'm going to be doing a film production course. And I'm very excited about it. I think I don't know what I want as a career yet. That's the thing. I'm thinking I'm gonna wait until I'm in college and then let that help me decide. But I am very excited about the future. I'm very excited about life after school. I'm very excited about graduation and only 4 weeks left, so roll on graduation. Do you prefer buying movie tickets online or on site? Online. I think it's much easier to book your tickets online because your seat could get taken when you pay the ticket in the cinema. So yeah, I think booking the tickets online is just easier because then you can book a good seat for yourself. So it's much easier for me. Uh, um, when there's advanced ticket sales for a movie, do you get them immediately or later on the day of release? It depends. Obviously, when No Way Home was coming out, I did book those tickets on, tickets on sale day, which was November 29th, Spider Monday. And as for other films, um, I booked my ticket for Puss in Boots 2 on the ticket sale day. Um, but it depends. Sometimes I wait a while to book my ticket because I don't know if something could come up. That's that's a bit of a tricky one to answer. It's a good question. Just my answer's a little tricky, if you get me. Do you still plan to review films while in college? Absolutely, of course. And while I'm in college next year, there's loads of movies coming out that I am excited for. I don't know if there's anything in fall of 2023 that I'm excited about. I mean, Trolls 3, maybe, just a maybe. I don't think it looks too bad, but I might go see it with Tig just because I saw the first one in the cinema. I didn't see the second one in the cinema. That didn't come out in the cinema in my country, but maybe just as a DreamWorks fan, maybe. But 2024 has got a lot of movies coming out next year. You know, Kung Fu Panda 4. I'm really concerned, but I am excited about Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse. There's a good few things coming out next year that are going to be interesting. Right. Anyway, thank you so much for the questions. The Shadow Cat asks, how would you rank Zack Snyder's movies? From the ones I've seen, I think Batman v... I haven't seen Watchmen 300 or Sucker Punch. I haven't seen those or Dawn of the Dead, but I have seen... So, my favourite Zack Snyder film, Legend of the Guardians. Then below that would be Zack Snyder's Justice League. And then it would be Man of Steel. I actually rewatched it again a while ago, and I actually thought it was pretty solid. But I think his worst has to be Batman v Superman. I hated that one. That one I'm sorry, I thought was awful. Anyway, do you have any plans to develop a more involved career? Well, I don't know. I think I'm just gonna wait until I'm in college and then see what happens. Yeah, I'm just gonna see what happens in college, and hopefully all goes well. Do you have any original ideas for films or shows that you'd like to make at any point in the future? I don't know. I just gonna have to wait until college and see what happens. When it comes to personal enjoyment of films, what are some aspects that are most important to you? I think what most important to me is a good balanced storyline. The best kind of stories, in my opinion, are the ones that are balanced with good humor, good action, good story, good character development, emotion, and a little bit of dark in it. And I think how they apply to my favorite movies of all time. I think obviously Spider-Man: No Way Home was very well balanced. Legend of the Guardians was very dark. Kung Fu Panda 2 was very dark. How to Train Your Dragon 3 had a lot in it. It had everything I wanted in a film. It had great character development, beautiful animation, a very mature story with a lot of mature themes. And there was just so much in that movie that I just think is done so well. And that's why it's my favorite film of all time. Are you very well versed in history? I know a little bit about my country's history. I know a good few things about World War and stuff like that. And I do think it's important to learn about history, especially of your own country, because you're learning more about your own culture. So that's a good question. Actually, it's a very very fascinating one actually. So thanks for the questions, Shadow Cat. Evan Down asks, Puss in Boots 1 or 2? Definitely 2. I do love the first Puss in Boots. I actually watched it again last week because next week the Blu-ray is coming out for The Last Wish in Ireland, so I can't wait to get my hands on that. I think 2 is better because the story is a little darker, it's a bit more interesting. It really is more involved on the character of Puss in Boots. We do get a lot of development of him. I think overall Puss in Boots 2 is just amazing. Thoughts on Dragons: The Nine Realms? I don't think it's great, but I think it's decent. I will review it when it's finished. That's the promise. Should you ever go through Ninjago again and review it? Review the series again? Probably not. I'll wait a few years to watch Ninjago again. I'll wait until that nostalgia builds up. Thoughts on the Ninjago designs? Yeah, they're pretty good. They're great. It has been a while since I watched Ninjago, but they're good. They're good designs. Option on a Greg's. I don't know how to answer that question. Do you like horror? No. I'm sorry. I'm just not able for horror movies. Will you review Pirates of the Caribbean? I have seen the first three, I think, years ago, and yeah, they're not bad. Maybe I might review them at some point. Maybe we'll see. Would you ever not get popcorn at the cinema? No, I'm sorry. Popcorn, I think, is sorry, I just adjust the camera. I think popcorn is the best food you can get on at the cinema. Current thoughts on the Ninjago movie? It's decent. I wouldn't call it a great movie. I would just say it's decent. It's above average at best. Best country. Uh, I haven't. I've only been to Spain, Wales, Turkey, and obviously I live in Ireland, so I'm gonna have to go with Ireland. But I would love to go to England, Australia, and America someday. Okay, thank you for the questions. LBT Electro Dino 75 asks, do you think Once and Always is better than the 2017 Power Rangers movie? Yes, I do think that. Do you know that Mac? I'm not going to say that because it might be a spoiler for some people who haven't seen Operation Overdrive, but yes, I have seen the series, and I don't think it's a bad plot twist, but I think the problem is just the character is really poorly written. Have you seen my new subscriber friends that are also fans of Power Rangers? Thank you for telling me to check me out. And I saw one of them actually posted a comment. I do want to point out you actually put that as a reply to someone else's comment. Not to worry, we all make mistakes. But yes, I have seen that they were fans, so that's pretty cool. Do you agree that the dinosaurs from Dino Thunder and Mighty Morphin are better than the ones from the 2017 movie? Yes, absolutely. Are you excited for Legend of the White Dragon coming in September? Oh yes, I forgot about that actually. Yeah, I am actually. I'm still really sad about Jason David Frank's passing, and I actually have started watching Dino Thunder again to prepare for my graduation because it's going to be very relatable at that point. Yeah, I actually am excited to see Legend of the White Dragon. I'm still really sad that Jason David Frank is gone. That was such a shock to the system. I can't believe he's gone, which is sad. But yes, I am excited to see that film. Actually, I think it's going to be good. Do you know that I got two Power Ranger figures as well as two Jurassic World figures for my collection? Oh, I didn't know that. I'll have to check that video out. Sounds cool. Have you played Legacy Wars? I haven't. Well, actually, no. Scratch that. I have. I played a bit of it, and I wasn't mad about it. I wasn't crazy about it. I wasn't that big of a fan of it, to be honest. Have you seen the anime Dinosaur King? Bits of it. Not the whole thing, only bits and pieces of it. In Power Rangers Down of Thunder, do you know that the White Dragozord was based on the Pterosaur called Hatsa? I can't say that name, I'm very sorry. Yes, I did know that actually. I did know that. It's a cool design actually, and it's a cool looking dinosaur. How come you didn't enjoy Grid Connection? Oh, I thought that was terrible. Oh my god, I absolutely hated it. The story was so rushed. It really barely felt like a team up. Most of the action for the team up with the all the dinosaur theme rangers was mostly Sentai footage. Now again, the original footage did look pretty cool, but now in fairness, it was a good battle. But it was just to say it was Sentai footage. Um, I also think as well, just the overall plot was just awful. I genuinely just hated it. And again, what they did with Connor, Kira, and Ethan, oh, that was just awful. That was awful. It's just baffling how they used the original sound effects for the missing actors in the Once and Always special. They could have done that easily with Grid Connection. But oh god, no, I hated Grid Connection. Oh, it was just awful. The fan edits of the dinosaur battle are so much better than the actual battle in the episode. Just seriously, that was awful. Thanks for the questions, though. Radu asks, what upcoming live action animated movies are you most excited about? I would say, for now, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 and Spider Man Across the Spider Verse. Are you still going to do videos after going to college? Yes, absolutely. If you could make a sequel to any underrated movie, what would it be? Easy. Legend of the Guardians. I know we're never going to get a sequel, and that does sadden me, but I still would love a sequel, even though I have now accepted the fact that it's never going to happen. So thanks for the questions. Frozen Thing Studios asks, um, what are your predictions for MCU Spider-Man 4? I actually think what we're going to get is a more mature Tom Holland Peter Parker. I'm really intrigued to see an older version of him, and I really am excited to see that more independent Spider-Man. I think that's going to be really good. I think that's going to be great to see, and I'm really intrigued to see where they take the story forward with Tom Holland. I think it's going to be really, really good. Thoughts on the Power Rangers reference in Spider-Man Far From Home? Oh, it's great. I still remember when I went to go see it when I heard it for the first time, because obviously at the time I had grown. It had been around 6 years since I grew out of Power Rangers. That was before I watched Power Rangers Down of Thunder again, and I thought it was great. It's a really good reference, very funny too. What are your thoughts on the Kung Fu Panda 4 plot concept? Yes, we finally got a synopsis the other day. Yeah, I think it sounds promising. I'm still a little concerned about certain things, but the idea of the old villains, that's something I never saw coming at all. I never expected that one bit. And I do think that the chameleon is going to be a really cool villain. There's a rumor that she's going to be played by Kate McMinnon, or Kate McKinnon, I think that's her name. And the fox that Poe is going to train Kung Fu is going to be played by Aquafina. So I do think they've got good casting. I'm just praying for Tigress to be back, because I think everyone knows how upset I'll be if she isn't in it. So I am excited about the movie. I'm just concerned. I'm gonna wait until we get a trailer, and I would say maybe around August is when we'll get our first trailer. I definitely think it's going to be August when we get it, and then possibly Christmas time when we get a second trailer. So anyway, thank you for the questions. Ross O'Hare asks, least favorite movie character. Hard to think from the top of my head. Ooh, I'm gonna have to think about that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to think about that. Favorite actor? Tom Holland. No, I really like Tom Holland. Favorite film of all time? I think everyone knows it. How to Train Your Dragon 3. Favorite movie protagonist? Toothless. Toothless is my favorite fictional character of all time. Anyway, thank you for the questions. Movie Man asks, how do you think my content has improved in the last while? It has improved big time. I think it's pretty good. I think my only issue is maybe try speak a little clearly. Sorry, and maybe actually that's all I can say really. Yeah, I think other than that it's good. I think just try speak a little more clearer. I think that's the only thing that needs improvement. But other than that, good. No, really good content, man. I have to say. Have you seen any of my Letterboxd reviews? Yes, I have, and they're pretty good. No, I actually do. I do read a few of the Letterboxd reviews. Yeah, no, I do. Yeah, no, they're good. Who do you think is going to die in Volume 3 of Guardians of the Galaxy? I'd say probably Raccoon. I have a feeling he's going to die, and especially since it's said to be the finale of the trilogy, I have a feeling he's the one to pass. It's going to be sad, yeah, but I think it's going to be interesting. I think it's going to be interesting. Are you planning to watch the Little Mermaid remake? No interest really. The Flash, maybe. Mission Impossible and Haunted Mission. Maybe on those. Don't know about the Little Mermaid. I mean, maybe, but the Flash. Yeah, I'm considering seeing that. I think that looks not bad. Who are you most excited to see in Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse? Definitely Spectacular Spider-Man. I think that's going to be really cool. Are you excited for Elemental? Yeah, I am actually. I think that's going to be a good film. Have you seen the trailer for The Marvels? If you have, what is your opinion on it? I have, and it looks like a joke. I think the movie looks awful. Have you heard about the new Disney film Wish? I haven't seen the trailer, but I have heard about it. I think it's going to be. I think it sounds interesting. What is the saddest thing for you leaving? But what is the saddest thing for you leaving school? I think really the saddest thing is, I think I am hoping to keep in touch with a good few of my favorite teachers. I know one or two I won't be able to keep in touch. That's a fact. But I think, to be honest with you, there's nothing other than that. There's nothing really I'm going to be sad about. I'll definitely miss the teachers, the SNAs, and the principal. Like I said, they're great, and the principal, he's a cool dude. But I am very excited about graduation. I really do hope to keep in touch. I know they say your life changes and all, but it's just the staff in my school are amazing. They really are amazing people, and they have such a positive effect on me. And yeah, I hope I can keep in touch because I am gonna miss them. Um, favorite. All right, thank you for the questions, movie man. Luigi Marinus Gaming asks, "What's your favorite animated movie?" Again, like I said earlier, How to Train Your Dragon 3. Who's your favorite fearless hero? Puss in Boots. Most anticipated animated film of the year: Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Are you excited for Elemental more or Ruby Gilman more? I would say Elemental. Yeah, actually, Elemental. I think looks the animation looks cooler. I would say. Are you excited for Across the Spider Verse? Absolutely, of course. Favorite DreamWorks movie? Again, How to Train Your Dragon 3. Do you plan on making a Discord server? I don't know. I do use Discord, but it's something I rather keep private. I prefer to keep my Discord private. All right, thank you for the questions. Charlie's Awesome World of Adventures asks, what got you into making YouTube videos? It was just watching YouTubers such as the Asian Guy Gamer, Anima, Ben Ramsey. That really inspired me to make my own videos. And yeah, I've been doing them for a long time now. Favorite subject at school? English. And the English teacher is great. She's great fun. Favorite Disney film? Big Hero 6. Daily routine. Well, usually when I come home from school, I always go for a walk and I always try practice my driving theory test because I'm hoping to be able to drive as soon as I graduate school. Who's your favorite fearless teacher? Well, obviously I did talk about my two favorite teachers in my talking about school videos. My favorite male teacher was the guy who I was talking about. He was into the hurling. And then my favorite female teacher was the teacher that used to help me in home ec or cooking last year. And they're still in my school, and we still get on quite well. And I do really like them. I just really click with them. I have a good relationship with them. But I do love most of the teachers in my school. Favorite fearless hero? Again, Puss in Boots. Sorry, I thought you already asked that question, but then I realized it was Luigi Marinus that already asked that question. Sorry about that. Are there any movies that you quote often? Yeah, I've been mostly quoting off Puss in Boots lately, and I do plan to do an impression of the wolf very soon. That'll come soon. Plans after you finish school. Hoping to get a part-time job in the cinema for the weekend, and I'm going to be going to college. So, very excited about that. And I am very excited about summer. What do you want to be in the future? Again, I don't know. I'm just gonna have to wait and see what happens in college and just see what happens. It's all I can say, really. Do you have any other hobbies besides making YouTube videos? I like walking. That's about it. Thank you for the questions. All right. Mitchell Sorinki asks, have you watched This Is the End? I've seen bits of it, and from what I've seen, it's very funny. Thoughts on Mr. Dickovich from Spider-Man 2 and 3? I like him, actually. I actually really like him in Spider-Man 3 when he says to Peter, because obviously he doesn't understand Peter's situation at the moment. I like how he goes, well, if it's a woman you're calling, you say, you're a good woman, I'm a good man. I think it's just nice advice. He's just trying to be friendly. I like him. He's a pretty good character. And I like Ursula as well. She's pretty good. I think I actually like nearly every character in the original Spider-Man trilogy. It's such a classic, the Tobey era. Have you seen The Last of Us TV show? I haven't. It doesn't really look like my thing, but maybe at some point I'll give it a chance. Opinion on the Avengers. The first Avengers is a great movie. Have you played Grand Theft Auto? I haven't. Have you watched a Marcel with shoes on? I haven't, but I heard it was good. Thoughts on The Sea Beast? I reviewed it. It's a very good film. I do think it would have worked better in live action, but I think it's pretty good. It's a good film. Have you seen Saving Private Ryan? I haven't. Excited for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3? Yes. Thoughts on the Pizza Time meme from Spider-Man 2? Very iconic. Right. So, thank you for the questions, Mitchell. Next questions come from TY Reviews. What are your thoughts on modern animated films, and what do you think of the Disney live action remakes? I actually think animation is really going into a cool direction. There's a lot of really exciting animated films coming out now, and I think Into the Spider-Verse has a huge influence on it. So does Puss in Boots 2, The Last Wish. I think Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem looks fantastic. I think Across the Spider-Verse is going to be fantastic as well. Kung Fu Panda 4, I'm hoping that's a good film. Yeah, no, there's a lot of promising animated movies coming out this year and next year. Animation's going in a good direction, and I'm happy because it is my favorite film medium. Thank you for the question. Jose asks, most anticipated movie of the summer? Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem. Oh yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy 3 as well. Forgot May. May is part of the summer. May, June, and July. They're the summer months. And then August is the start of autumn. Alright, thank you for the question. Fantasy Dragons asks, how does it feel being almost 20? It feels really nice. Any new movies you're looking forward to? Again, like I've said earlier, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, Across the Spider-Verse, Ninja Turtles, I'm hoping they're good. What games do you plan on playing soon? I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see what happens, I guess. What motivated you to start your channel? Again, it was just inspired by other YouTubers, and I think that had an influence on me to make my own channel. And I'm happy I did, because I do love making YouTube videos. It's probably my favorite hobby. Do you ever feel pressured to make videos? I wouldn't say pressured. I would say sometimes I feel. I wouldn't say pressured, but sometimes I feel like when I review a film, sometimes my review might be short because there's not a lot for me to say about the film. I wouldn't say pressure, just sometimes I feel like sometimes I don't know what to say about a certain film, which is why sometimes I don't review certain movies, but I still watch them and give my thoughts on them. So yeah, that's a good question actually. Favorite song of all time? To the Sky by Owl City. And that is the end of the Q&A. So, thank you all so much for watching, folks. Take care, guys. I will see you in the next video. Stay tuned for my Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 review, and stay tuned for my Puss in Boots 2 Blu-ray unboxing. Until then, guys, take care. Thank you for watching, and skidoosh.